Cabana Suite is 5,000 US dollars. That's 750,000 Jamaican dollars. And the Skyview Suite is 10,000 US dollars. That's 1.5 million Jamaican dollars. Like, this is Skyview. That's going to be from heaven. You're going to be up in heaven with God watching Chris Brown from down below. Like, what the hell? I honestly don't know how many people in Jamaica can afford to pay $1.5 million for a concert ticket. Like, be very real. To my people in Jamaica, if you're planning on spending $1.5 million on a ticket, you're clap mad.
Que pasa, sa pase, what they do. Welcome to Crime Time News, where the difference is in the meds. Call it news with a buzz. First thing that is popping in the news. The person that you heard, social media influencer, he lives overseas, he is Jamaican. He has the same kind of perspective as I do and other sensible people do as it pertains to that concert that was held yesterday at the National Stadium in Kingston, Jamaica, called Chris Brown, BREEZY and Friends. Who are these friends? Sean Kingston, Dexter Daps, Idonia, Ding Dong, TJ, and others. Now, initially, when I saw this concert, I said, yes, Chris Brown is a good entertainer. Chris Brown is worth some money to see. However, Chris Brown is not worth top tier artist fee like he is charging in Jamaica. As somebody that has been in the United States for a couple of decades, I know value versus hype. I know what each artist is worth and what they charge at concerts anywhere in the 50-something states. So therefore, when I see ridiculous prices, as in the Cabana Suite, 750,000 Jamaican, equivalent 5,000 US, Skyview, 1.5 million Jamaican, equivalent about 10,000 US dollars. So people, let me analyze this concert. First thing first, Mr. Chris Brown, if you look at your screen, he flew in his own barbs, his own models. Let's take a look at the entrance at the National Stadium, where we saw a person. It was kind of like a mad rush. Take a listen, take a look to the edited version of that video. So people, it seems as if it was the coming of Christ. It seems as if Jesus landed in a Jamaica, that Jesus was Chris Brown. Now, I am going to show you what the prime location, not seats, right in front of the stage look like. You can see the type of person that paid for those prime location.
Nice like Jamaica.
What I mean, they have some sorts of foreign look. Them look refined, and not to say that the typical Jamaican don't look refined right now in a them days. But there's a difference that you can see, especially if you live overseas. It is a mixture of foreign and uptown. Them look cool like them wash them face in a cake soap, meaning that they are heavily influenced on the AC, no sorts of stress. Now people, let's talk about the Skyview. Before I speak about the Skyview, I want you to listen to the traditional media, what she has to say about the Skyview, and then I will give you the real view about the Skyview. Take a listen, take a look at this beautiful bean footage, and then I'll give my piece.
Hey BREEZY fans, it's your girl Robian Williams here at the National Stadium, and where I'm at this point in time is the Sky View section at the National Stadium for the Chris Brown and Friends concert. I'm sitting at a bigger section of the Sky View with an air conditioning unit, portable air conditioning unit. And I'm gonna take you now. Let me just try and show you what it looks like. And then I'm gonna take you down to this side here. So walk with me. This now is more like for two people. This section is like for two people. And then you have the bigger section at the top right there. Chris Brown and Friends concert nationwide 90 FM is here, and we'll be bringing you all the live updates. Stick and stay tuned.
Now, people, what you just heard is traditional media. Traditional mean that they are going to hype it up, they are going to amp it up. However, they are not going to see what people like me see or I see. That, hold on a minute, something wrong. This is supposed to be sky view. When you hear about the sky, you think about heaven upon earth. Like the man initially at the start of this video said, you're going to be up in heaven with God, looking down on Chris Brown concerts. Because that is exactly what sky means. Sky means high. However, it seems as if sky view in a Jamaica was actually on earth, on the ground, on the land, not on any sorts of stilts, not suspended in the air by some sorts of crane, not levitating. It there right on the ground. As a matter of fact, it is not front of the stage. So therefore, hold on a minute. Let me get something right. When I'm hearing about sky view, I was wondering, I was pondering how they were going to pull it off to afford the most expensive tickets to have the best view that money can buy. Obviously, it was not front stage, it was not above the stage where it is placed where you can see everything as if you are looking in Chris Brown's face. However, they managed to pull that off because this is Jamaica. You could not try that ish overseas and tell people about Skyview when Skyview depend the ground. Now people, in closing, I want you to look at the liquor prices that were there and you tell me if it is reasonable. It is posted on your screen. I am going to scroll it down, scroll it up so you can see the prices that we are dealing with. Now people, here is the reality of the situation. If you are from foreign and you want to fly in and enjoy yourself and you make your money whichever way you make it, you have all rights to do so. If you are Jamaican and you can afford it and you've worked hard and you want to treat yourself, there is absolutely nothing wrong with it. However, when you pretty much have to take out a loan, when you pretty much have to beg and borrow and do all sorts of ungodly things just to keep up, something is definitely wrong. That means you don't know your priority. If you have bills that need to be paid, if you have children that are going to school, back to school, and you say, me nah no money for any sorts of book or bag or pen and pencil. However, you found this money either way by the hook or by the crook, even if you have to put your mouth or your ASS over the counter, that is what you did just so you can go to the Chris Brown and Friend concerts. If you have to call people overseas and beg them for send your shoes, send your clothes and send your money for go to the concert, when they know that you have bigger priorities, bigger needs, then there's a problem. If you can afford it and you go and you treat yourself, nothing is wrong with that. It is not tricking if you can afford it. You know, floss out your money. You pretty much balance out your budget. You work hard and you deserve to treat yourself. The last time that I checked, Jamaica is a third world country. The last time that I checked, Chris Brown is not a top tier artist. Chris Brown would be ranked as a second or third tier artist. third-tier artists do not get that type of value. Do not charge that amount of money for any sorts of concert. So therefore, whenever you assess, analyze the situation, then you'll know that you're not getting bang for your buck. You're not getting for what you paid for. It is simply not worth it. However, people like me say, it is what you value as being top tier, second tier, or third tier. In my opinion, Chris Brown is not. Very good artist, however, just not top tier, and that is what $1.5 and $750,000 is, especially when Skyview is actually on the ground, not the best seat that money can buy, however, the most expensive seat that money can buy, if you see what I am saying. Point blank and period. Further on in the news, like I said before on several occasions, it seems as if the women are family in Jamaica. They are not breeding any sorts of decent young men. It seems as if it is some sorts of the son or spawn of Satan. Some sorts of monsters most of these ladies are having nowadays. A whole bunch of weak, insecure, mentally disabled men that they are bringing up. I am speaking about an incident that occurred a couple of days ago where this young lady that you see on your screen, she is 17 years old. She attends a prominent high school. It is said that she was in some sort of relationship with a young man, 18 years old. This is his picture on the screen. His name is Antoine. However, it seems as if it was not working out. More than likely, Antoine was cuffing her up, so therefore she decided that she is going to leave. She no bother want in a nothing with him. She a dump him, in other words. However, it seems as if he was not satisfied with the arrangement of getting his pink slip. So therefore him decides, say, listen, you know, say, me I get now my feelings. Me kind of ultra sensitive. Me have BITCH tendency. Me I go pull up on our house, and then me I go inside by whatever means, and me I go fling some ACID all over our body while she was asleep. Needless to say, based on the information and pictures that I have, I put these in my WhatsApp group. The body look bad. Most of the skin peel off of the body. So therefore, you know me I talk about. It is as bad, or not as bad as it can get, but it was pretty bad. At least 60% including our face, including upper body, bun up. So therefore, she might need to seek some sorts of assistance medically overseas. The San Marina Foundation that helped a lot of these young girls that got BURNED up by unfortunate means. They are looking or investigating and see if she needs attention overseas. So people, nice looking 17-year-old young girl going to school, in a relationship, leave this man. Look at your screen. This is the picture of the man right here, Antoine. When you look at Antoine's picture, it is the typical Jamaican way you see. Don't know what type of men are young youths in a Jamaica right now, but them kind of shaky. Me no know if it is because them a eat all sorts of fast food and them pick up the US trend, the US disturbing thing. Them a eat too much McDonald's or Burger King or whatever. Don't know if there's something in the water. Don't know if there's something in the air. Don't know if it is because you have picnic or have picnic and they are from some sorts of dysfunctional home. They are not getting the proper home training, proper parental guidance. They are misled. Me no know if the influence in the music or who are the role models in a society, meaning the gangster, meaning these dancehall artists that are promoting all sorts of immoral BS. Maybe it is a combination of all of the above. People, me no really know. However, one thing that I do know is that most of these men don't have manly tendency anymore, these youths actually. Them have feminine, ultra sensitive, ultra jealous, ultra obsessive, ultra BITCHASS tendency. Them soft, them feminine, them kinda shaky. They are pretty much weak. Me I talk about man to no sorts of man. So therefore, whenever them get any sorts of rejection, them don't know how to act. And it is not as if most of these young men in Jamaica are some of the most faithful type. Them should have known the history of Jamaica. Jamaica abound central. So therefore, chances are, if you start any sort of relationship, based on the history of the amount of persons that born and don't know them father or get the wrong father, you're going to get some sorts of hurt, you're going to get some sorts of rejection. So therefore, you out there cheat, and people, me not really know the reason why this incident occurred, but me just speak in a general terms. If you don't intend to get any sort of rejection, do not enter in any sort of relationship, because chances are it is at least a 50-50% that the person that you're in a relationship with today might not be the person you're in a relationship with tomorrow. So therefore, get over it, brush off yourself. Do not take it to the furthest extent. So now, people, this man decides this young lady are going to leave him. So therefore, him decides if him can't have her, fox can't get the grape, him said sour. Him decides nobody else not for have her in the beautiful form that she is in. So him decide to go fling some sorts of ACID upon this lady. Now this lady damaged emotionally and physically, and him end up in a jail. I hope that the system gives him the justice that he deserves and gives him at least 4 or 5 decades so he can sit in a cell and think about his deed. As a matter of fact, if he can become missing controversially, that would even be better. A less menace to society, a less tax on the people of Jamaica, including you and I. Point blank and period. Thanks once again for checking out my video. If you appreciate videos like these, please show your appreciation by liking, commenting, sharing and subscribing to my channel. That is how YouTube promotes videos like these to like-minded, sensible persons like yourself. Bless up.